It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Steel City at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. They'll start the drive with Harris. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett going to bootleg it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Harris running straight ahead. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Off play action. Pickett. He'll buy some time right. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. I credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from the 1. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Tua now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. They find some open field here. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now first and goal. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replay.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alec Ingold punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Mike McDaniel, no hesitation on his end. He's telling his offense to go for 2. Tua going to try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minka Fitzpatrick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Pickett to his tight end Freiermuth for the Steeler first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Pickett to throw on first down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gaskin, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Myles Gaskin, as the first half is winding down, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. A run with Mostert up the middle. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They hand it off to Mostert, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the gun, it's Tua. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson from 8 yards out. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another.
And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, 26 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On third down, here comes Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Sanders' kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Pickett. Pass complete to Harris. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. He's got Pickens complete. And he is going to have the Steelers' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Looking to throw here, Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we